Hi, Rod Fleming in the Philippines here. Lost, you know. So I want to talk about Civilisation again, you know. Not many people watch it, but it's quite important. And we had got in the discussion of civilization. At some stage, humans began using tools. And obviously this has some relationship to the development of particularly the opposable thumb, which allows you to pick things up and hold things, and allows you to do fine work with your fingers. We know that some earlier hominids, particularly Homo erectus, used a variety of tools. We know that they used stones as weapons, and they would use shaped stones. These were stones they found. They weren't so much stones they'd shaped, although they might modify them slightly. One of the things you've noticed if you study or you observe, one thing about YouTube, it might be politically completely ridiculous, but you do find a lot of stuff that's interesting on YouTube. And chimpanzees, for example, an immense amount of film has been shot on chimpanzees, and you'll see that they use a variety of tools, but they're not the kind of tools that will last. They'll use things like sticks, broken sticks from a tree. You know, if they need to get honey out of a tree stump, or ants out of a tree stump, they'll push the stick in and eat what comes out. They'll use things like bones, animal bones. They'll use things like deer antler, deer horns. All of these can be used as tools. But 2.5 million years later or whatever, it's like, forget it. You're not going to find these. Even stone tools are actually quite rare to find. And it's only stone tools that we really have record of. But we talked a lot about standing up and the shape of the hand and the shape of the teeth and all that sort of thing. And a lot of this is to do with the fact that we had the advantage of being able to use tools. And these tools became more sophisticated as time, and very long periods of time, went by. So when you have to use tools, use tools or weapons, then it's really not, you try sometime. You try imagining that you're a quadrupedal animal and you're trying to stab an enemy, or hit an enemy with a stone in one hand, and see how easy it is. It's not at all easy. So obviously there is this push to stand up, right, which frees your hands for doing things like that. And that's probably why Steven Pinker said this years ago, and I don't always agree with Steven Pinker, but a lot of his work is very, very good. And he said, tool use probably provoked standing up. And he's probably right. I mean, I don't think we can really say that it was so they could see over the long grass in the savannah or anything like that. These are fanciful, But there is a practical, sensible reason for why you'd want to free up your hands and your arms in order to use tools, because they give you things that really you just don't have otherwise. I mean, even a reasonable sized stone transforms your hand into a very efficient club, which, you hit an animal hard enough, will bring him down rather. And we know that we know that Erectus, that's how they hunted. They were running hunters, and they ran after their prey and would hit them in the hope of damaging their ability to run, and so they would fall down and they would be eaten. But as time goes by, we'll see that becomes more a human characteristic. Anyway, my battery now says it wants to die, so we're going to leave it there.